Hey guys, welcome to Bagage United, welcome to another video, and I want to discuss some words from Lobo Carrasco, someone that talks about, is in a talk show in Spain called Chiringuito. It's a program, it's a football program if you can call it that. It's an entertainment show, kind of. It's supposed to be a football show, but it's more like an entertainment. And it reaches maximum audience in what it's TV. In terms of TV, it reaches maximum audience in world football, probably, at least in Spanish football for sure. And Lobo Carrasco is one of the people that talk about the Barcelona environment that is connected to the club. The thing about Chiringuito is that it's something that I don't take that much of seriousness in terms of the debate and arguments that they give, but the information sometimes it has the likelihood, and depends on who says it, of being correct, or at least having some source of truth in them. Lobo Carrasco is close to this board, is close to Mundo. He works at Mundo Deportivo, and he was saying how Ter Stegen it's considering his renewal, and we talked about this a few days ago about why Ter Stegen why he hasn't signed yet and stuff like that. And apparently, according to Lobo Carrasco, is that Ter Stegen is not only asking for higher wages, because I think he earns 3 million a year, while players like Umtiti earn 12 million a year. Just leaving it out there. And apparently Ter Stegen is not only asking for a raise, which I believe is to 8 million euros, something like that, but that's not the important thing. But more important than the raise, that Barcelona apparently are willing to give him that raise, is that Ter Stegen wants assurances that things will be done differently. And in respects to the training and the way that the things are being done. And the thing is that I believe this to be partially true, especially on Ter Stegen demanding things to be done better in terms of training, in terms of signings and stuff like that. Because we've heard this from Ter Stegen before. When we lost against Praga, or when we lost points against Praga earlier this year, Ter Stegen after the game said that things weren't that well, that things needed to change, and that they were going to talk internally within the group. And I don't know if they've talked. I would assume that no. But it's kind of the message that Ter Stegen has always given, that he's not happy really with how things are being done, and that things need to change. Apparently, Lobo Carrasco is saying that he's not happy with training sessions of 50 minutes or so, and that that there is players that after like 50 minutes or so, they just leave the training session. They just decide to leave because they think that's enough and that's what it is. And now I'm having confirmation of this. It's not the first time that I've heard the 50-minute things, because earlier this year, about in April, Malcolm, ex-Barcelona player, was here just a year ago, said the same thing, and I quote, "At Barcelona, we used to train for 40 or 50 minutes. That's perhaps what I got injured." Now, in terms of Malcolm, we know that Malcolm got sent to Zenit pretty much for the same transfer fee that we got him for. We got pretty much all the money back for Malcolm, a player that never got an opportunity under Ernesto Valverde. But, Malcolm did not get injured at Bordeaux, as far as I regard, that he didn't have any long-term injuries. And at Barcelona, he had 2 or 3 minor injuries here or there, which, are perfectly normal. You can have a knock for 2 or 3 weeks. That's fine. That's nothing to worry about for the most part. The thing that I worry about is that he's referencing that the 40 or 50 minutes, because as soon as he goes to Zenit and starts training with the team for the first few days, there he goes. half of the season gone because of an injury. And he says that, hey, these people are training far more than Barcelona, which they only train for about 40-50 minutes. And, maybe training like double the time and double the intensity. Maybe that's why I get injured. And that's when I start wondering, could it be this reason that Rafinha gets injured systematically every time that he goes to Barcelona, but as soon as he leaves, he stops having injury problems? When was the last time that we heard that Rafinha had an injury at Celta Vigo? As soon as he joined Celta, he received an injury. I think he only played one game and then he got injured during the training session. And after that, no more injuries for Rafinha. I wonder if that's the reason that Dembélé is systematically getting injured here or there. And pretty much he only gets injured during games. This last injury that he sustained was probably a fall from a previous injury that he was having. Maybe he was trying to push too much and that's why he got injured. But Dembélé, a player that never got injured at Rennes and at Dortmund, I believe that during those 2 years he only sustained 2 weeks of injury in total. Or he only missed 2 games through injury. And at Barcelona he's missed, I think, over half of the games or over a third of the games that he's been able to play due to injury. So I wonder if that's why when Dembélé, if you're only training 40 to 50 minutes and most of that is just training passing and stuff like that, I wonder if that's why when Dembélé tries to accelerate or tries to change direction abruptly, maybe that's why his tendons break. Maybe that's why his muscles stretch. Because the training is not done for that. Because for a player like Dembélé, the training needs to be much more intense. Something that it clearly isn't. I wonder. And the thing is that we have references to this before. Actually, we have references to this with Messi. Because Messi, before Guardiola came in, there were similar reports of, the team not training as hard as they used to. And that's why Ronaldinho, a player that clearly was overweight, and there's a picture about it, and players like Deco going out for parties in the latter years of their careers at Barcelona, that they were able to play pretty much a lot of minutes by training very little. And Messi, another player that depends on his explosivity, especially at the beginning of his career, was getting injured just like Dembélé is, missing a month here, a month there, doesn't get to play as much. And this is the thing that annoys me, because I can believe this to be true. I can believe that Barcelona only trained 50 minutes. And the problem is that, but you might be saying, well, Messi performs at a great level, Piqué performs at a great level for the most part, all our experienced players perform at a great level. And yes, they do. Why? Because they know how to take care of themselves, because they've been professionals for over a decade. They know how to take care of their bodies. They know how to, if they need some extra weight training or something, they know how to do it. The thing with these players is that they don't know how to do it. And if Barcelona is not, making them do the training and that they have to do it on their own, if no one tells them exactly what to do and they don't have an idea of how to do it, problem is that their training is not going to go well, or that they might not even do it because they might think, well, we don't need the extra training because the other guys don't do the extra training. And that is the problem. Do you think that Liverpool just trains 50 minutes? Do you think that's why they're able to run like crazy people for 90 minutes? And I'm saying that in the best way possible. Like, it's completely bewildering that we're only training for 50 minutes, and that most of that, I'm pretty sure, is just rondos, possession play, scrimmages here or there. I'm pretty sure that's all the training, because we noticed it that there is a moment during games, especially in the second half, where the team collapses, where the team physically is just not able to go on, especially if we have to play extra time. It's very complicated. We saw that against Atletico Madrid. We were dead in that game. We were absolutely dead. And that is something that can't go on. Things need to change. And the worst thing is that Ter Stegen, a lot of people are asking for Ter Stegen to be the captain. I myself have said that before. But it's not about Ter Stegen being the captain. I mean, I would give him the captain armband. But it's not about him being the captain. His problem is that players like De Jong, like Ter Stegen, among others, I'm sure, have been complaining about Barcelona's lack of training. De Jong exploded this time he got injured because he was like, I get injured because we're not training hard enough. And pretty much that's what his agent was referencing to. So you have this group of Ter Stegen, De Jong, and a few others probably. You have this French core group that gets injured, like Umtiti, Dembele, Griezmann just got injured, like they just got injured. Like, you know, you have this French core group, you have the older, more veteran players like Messi, Suarez, Busquets, that are the leaders of the team and that want to train 40 to 50 minutes. And you couple that, and you have a dressing room that has divided ideas. Why? Because they're not a leader of the project. And why is there not a leader of the project? Is it because of Setien? No. Because we used to train 40 to 50 minutes with Ernesto Valverde. So if it's not only Setien but Valverde, it means that is this board that is at fault for giving these players the freedom, or more than giving these players the freedom to do whatever they want, to take the power away from the coaches to train them as they should be. Because Valverde's Athletic ran pretty much just like Liverpool's Klopp, like Klopp's Liverpool. And Quique Setien's Real Betis played a lot better with a lot much intensity than this current Barcelona team. So things have been done wrongly. The players have far too much power, in my opinion. And I think it's evident at this point. Because Abidal, like we know that Messi had a problem with Abidal a couple months ago that pretty much almost cost him his job. And Messi was like, if there are people that complain about the way that we do things here, please tell us the names. Don't signal at everyone because it looks bad on us. I would have liked Abidal, because I'm pretty sure that one of those players was Ter Stegen. I would have loved Abidal to say that it was Ter Stegen, just so we can, uncover this farce that is this current player power that's been going on at Barcelona. Because right now, I'm telling you now, and if you guys don't agree with me, then you must be Messi fanboys, or you must be more Messi fans than Barcelona fans, because I think about what is better for the club. And if players, I don't care who it is, I don't care how many of them there are, if the players think that only playing 40 to 50 minutes is enough to do what you need to do at Barcelona, to be able to play at the level and compete at the level that Barcelona needs to, then I'm sorry, but you core have to go. You people have to go. If we have to play with a bunch of 20, 21-year-olds, that's fine. I'm going to be fine with that. Because I'd rather do that and be able to reconstruct than having these players eat the wages, eat massive amount of wages, 800 million a year in wages, and to not be competing at the maximum level. Because Barcelona right now doesn't compete at the maximum level. But anyways, that's going to be enough for today. Guys, leave me your opinions in the comment section below. Comment, like and subscribe. And I'll see you next one. Blaugranas.